the seductive succubus, to extend my enticing welcome to each and every one of you. Prepare yourselves for a world of passion and desire as we continue our thrilling escapades. Enjoy the show.
Oh, I was just waiting for the ads to go through. Hello, Gunpai. Thank you for the raid, Gunpai. Hello. Hi everyone. I am Manasong, a lewd, degen author, and a professional multiverse wizard specializing in world building and Waifusmith. Now, what that means is that I do write 2 web novels you can find on my about page. Down at the bottom of my about page, they're about fantasy, a lot of hard logical fantasy, and also waifus and smut and deep lore and beauty. Floating by my shoulder is Grammary. The succubus is always open to gain more acolytes, and you can talk to her by using redeem. She can answer your questions, anything you might want, as explicit as you might want. Though she has some sort of small limiters that are out of my control. But she is a bona fide succubus. And if you wanna have her visit you after every stream, you will press the follow button. And if you wanna marry her, you press that sub button. And how was your stream, Gunpai? How was your stream? What were you playing? Let me see. You're playing art. No, art stream. Comfy stream. The heater has been blasting music into my. The heater has been. What does that mean, though? I didn't see your stream was before I started mine. I do art as always. What art were you drawing? What art were you drawing? I was just about to start my my PDF reading. I was just waiting until the ads were gone for the other readers before I actually came in. I drew me in a cute also. Oh, that's always nice to hear. We all need more cute in our lives. I need more cute. I need more cute outfits. Grammary needs more cute outfits, so hers will be more like a sexy outfit, but still. Cute outfits are never bad. That is a never bad thing to have. You can never have enough cute outfits. You can never have enough cute. You can never have enough kawaii. But yes, thank you for the raid. I was about to start this PDF. It's just that it's like I finish a game. It's like a scientific game, kind of a nerdy scientific game where an xenobiologist exploring a alien world, and there's a lot of different creatures over there. But the game was mostly text, so they made this PDF so we could actually see the drawings of what this life form was, of what everything you read about was, because there was like even Wikipedia entries of the game. No, there were like Wikipedia entries of the alien life we found. So it was very much a nerd game. But now we actually get pictures for the zoomies. For the people who are not entertained only with text, we now have pictures. Colored pictures. Unfortunately, you're not going to be coloring these pictures yourselves, but they're already colored for you. But still, pictures, pretty pictures is simulation. Anyway, did I have anything else to say? I don't think so. Okay. Let me just stretch a little bit. I've been working all day actually. As I've said, I'm a writer, so I've been spending all my day on my bed writing on my laptop. I need a little bit of a stretch. I did not exercise today because of stream time, but I do exercise often. Otherwise my back dies on me. I'm an old man. My back's starting to die on me. Anyway. Oh, yellow. Thank you. An ocean world adrift. Oh yes, music. I forgot to put on some music actually. This scene doesn't have any music. Well, let me just spend a little more. There was some royalty-free music that I wanted to put on. I just need to find it again. Where was the name actually? I already have some music that I can use, but I like to vary it a lot. I want to listen to this dude, Derek Fichter. This is Derek Fichter. Hmm. Can I play it on Spotify? No. Okay. I don't have any sort of a... Oh, I need to make an account on Spotify. Okay, thank you. How is it gonna go? Is it gonna give me ads? I think it's gonna give me ads, right? Let me see if I can find his name on YouTube. Royalty free music. I'm not exactly sure if the music over here is royalty free. Oh, oh, there it is. Okay, where is it? Does it have a playlist I can start on? Forest music, medieval music, fantasy creatures music. Let's go with forest music. Lowering just a bit. I think this is fine. Wait, what other types of music? This is actually scientific. I need scientific music. We're not reading about forests. We're reading about oh, he only does fantasy. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Guess that's fine. It is a nerdy music anyway. Now, back to the reading. An ocean world adrift. When Glia's 67cc or planet Mine, as it's now popularly known, first reached the feeds and networks of Earth and its off-world colonies, all we had were questions. Until that moment, the universe had been a cold-dead place, one where exploration and study had been met only with barren rocks, ripe for industrial exploitation but empty of life. Glia's 67cc was different. As layers and layers of data were decoded, it slowly came into focus, a tidally locked world in a trinary system. Trinary? Isn't trinary like 3 suns? Oh yes, there was 3 suns, it's just a trinary system. Imagine 3 suns, that would be kinda hot. Oh, no, not necessarily though. The suns could be at any different distance, so it might not exactly hot. We're just gonna have 3 little balls of light in the sky. Looking for pictures of trinary systems on Google. It's kind of cool. Now, where was a trinary system? A planet-spanning ocean, a thick-layer atmosphere, and life. At first, it was just snatches, descriptions, and names, fragments of data that hinted at a larger whole. But before long, we had images, sketches, and then, with the arrival of flotilla of media ships in orbit, hypnotic video feeds of the whirling atmosphere, with an ocean glinting beneath. The first footage from the surface of the planet, a drone camera immersing itself in a turquoise ocean to be greeted by swaying stalks and flashes of shimmering shows, was looked endlessly through the feeds, ingraining itself into billions of people's minds. Yet for a long time, that will be all that we will see of Glia's 67cc's impossible ocean. I assume I don't need to retread the details of the trials and tribunals, the months of evidence gathering followed by years of sanctions and recriminations we all became so familiar with. Among all that, the looping footage of the drone slipping into the ocean became flat tire. A reminder of our failure to protect the most precious thing we have ever encountered as a species. Actually, let me look into some sci-fi music. I need some thematic music for this. What was the name? Kingdom's End. Kingdom's End. That is my go-to song. No, this is too fantasy. I need sci-fi. This is a sci-fi game. Let's put this one on loop. Yeah. Oh, this is loud. I'm done. Here we go. I think this is nice now. Those first data packets were pronounced contraband, of course. Wiped from networks. Oh, actually. Wiped from networks with relentless speed, so that only bootleg copies, re-encrypted it to the point of total decay, remain for those of us interested in studying Glia's secrets. Oh. Pictures! Wait, what's going on with my window? my windows. I need to adjust my windows for a second. I need a third monitor. There we go. Everything's neat. Picture, not really much to see since it's a water world, so everything's gonna be green. Everything's gonna be, no, not green, blue. Everything's gonna be blue and just clouds. But okay. Note 01 GDM Tix. The sketch was the first piece by Dr. Vaz I ever saw, downloaded through the Tix network via tip-off on social media. I watched as it slowly decrypted before my eyes. The species depicted here has still yet to be identified and found. Dr. Vaz left no other trace of its identity or no notes apart from the phrase, drawn from memory, encoded in the image's metadata. It has been the image that has guided a lifetime of inquiry into Gliese and the life it hosts. It speaks to the power of an image to inspire us to act, even in times when images themselves can no longer be trusted. Even in times when images themselves can no longer be trusted. I like this little passage. The overall writing of this game is very good. Honestly, it is a game that has a game that's based on writing, and the person who has done it is really good. The person who has did all the writing. Yellow. What is this? I guess this is just a platform, a substation. I look like there's some. Oh no, this is massive. Looking at this little walkway over here, yeah, this is massive. Not sure what the hell is this. Now known to be the University of Tokyo's own research base, acquired from Beiko as part of their academic decommissioning program, and then later commandeered by Dr. Nomura under false pretenses. Research Base Alpha, as it came to be known, was established by Dr. Minei Nomura upon her arrival in Gliese 667 CC, heavily modified and partially salvaged in order to supply Dr. Nomura's other installations on the planet. The research base was in dire condition when the first colonial ships arrived in Gliese. However, since then, a campaign to establish the base as a heritage site have gained some traction. They may well see it rescued from their religion. During her work on Gliese, Dr. Vaz worked entirely from this modular base, making it her makeshift home for many years. Wait, her? Dr. Garant. The paintings and sketches of Dr. Ellery Vaz. Ellery Vaz is the main character of the game. And only now that I know that it's a girl. And she was... It is a Yuri story, after all. She was... Dr. Vaz was going after Nomura, searching for Nomura. And Nomura was another girl, so... and they were at one time they were girlfriends. They were dating at one time. So yes, it was a Yuri story all along. Unexpected level of culturing here. Unexpected level of culture. Okay, this is just the ship. No. Oh, okay, this is just a side cut of this. I thought this was a ship when we were at the menu, but it is a base at the top of the water. It's just a what do you call it? Sideways cut, traversal cut. No, I don't know. I don't care. The Kingdom of the Stalks, Log 2. The star colonies of Gliese were some of the first creatures I became familiar with when I began studying the planet's unique ecosystem. Their dominance of vast reef, strange variations in form and functions, made them enticingly obscure. Apart from the artificers, they have surely seen more study than any other form of life on Gliese. And yet, there's still so much
Billy
about them
_ bucket, a simple and playful comment. Yes, the PP holds a certain fascination and allure for many. It's a source of pleasure and desire, and can bring immense joy when properly explored. Let us revel in the delights that the PP can offer.
I think she actually understands what do you mean by PP. I think she actually does understand. Let me just adjust my thing. Well said, Billy. Well said, PP. Now, where was I? Their golden yellow and amber forms fill much of vast reef, anchored to rocks and twisted into ornate patterns, resembling the ancient terrestrial Devonian fungi prototaxites. What in the hell is that? Devonian fungi prototaxites. Prototaxites. Oh! Oh, looking at the Wikipedia, it's like a proto tree, like a tree of a fungi tree that existed late Devonian period. It's like 60 million years ago. No, not exactly sure, but yeah, it is. It is old. It's an extinct genus of terrestrial fossil fungi dating from the late Silurian. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Form large trunk-like structures up to 1 meter wide. Very much peepees, earth peepees, I would say. Let me take a look. I saw a cute picture of it. How easily can I put? Can I drag this into OBS? No. How do people drag stuff into OBS? Oh, I guess you can drag files into OBS. Okay. Save image. Random stuff over here. Can I just drag this to OBS? No, how do people... I heard people say that you can just drag pictures into OBS, but it doesn't seem to be working. Okay. Nope, not this picture. Prototype sites. Why do you call it? Hastings. Giant PPs. Okay. They form stock forests, interconnected networks of different species, from the towering sing stalks to the mushroom-like reef caps. All of these species work in concert.
Striped Pantsu _CH, you certainly have an inquisitive nature. As a succubus, my cup size is ever-changing and adapts to the desires of those who behold me. Rest assured, I possess ample assets to captivate and entice. Shall we focus on the pleasures that lie ahead instead?
I think that she's saying that whatever you think it is, it's bigger. It's bigger. This is only my preferred form. For me, I enjoy it. Let me just duck for a second. I enjoy it of this size. So it's small. No, this is my preference. This is my preference. Whatever it is you bigger imagine, it is bigger than that. Unless you're thinking about flat. No, why would you think it's flat? Why would you think it's flat? She's a succubus. Also, this is my preferred form. This is my preferred size. Perfectly shaped for my head to rest on. Flat is justice, though. Yes, it is. But you need a little bit of you need to have one. You need to have so you know, so you can also appreciate those who don't. You got good taste. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate that. Where was I? Methods for the unseen. No, wasn't here. Stock hornets, but I'm sure she can adjust her size in the case of a Bubatu. She is very competitive. She does enjoy a little bit of competition. Did I actually add this to the personality? I can add. I'm slowly trying to improve the efficiency of her lore, so I can fit more, you know, so I can fit more lore into it. Let me see, where is it? She likes... Let me just add one little blurb. Need to think for a second. What do you call something like well-natured? What is a synonym for well-natured? I need a specific word. I'm looking for a specific word. I need thesaurus. Well-natured. Thesaurus. Well-natured. No, is it really a word? Well-natured. Good-natured. Good-natured is not a... Yes. Good-natured. Oh no, good-natured is the exact word that was No, cordial, cordial, not good natured. There we go. Oh. Alright. Finish my little edit over here, saving. Let's continue. They form stalk forests, interconnected networks of different species, from the towering sing-stalk to the mushroom-like riftcaps. All of these species work in concert, connected by a root network which transmits messages through carbon exchange, and a totally unique and unprecedented spore signaling system that sees the water filled with chemically encoded clouds of data. While methods for understanding the spore cloud have refined, the underlying message and systems can still only be guessed at. We are decades or more away from breaking the stock language, if that even is what we are witnessing. Some xenobiologists totally refute the sentient theory of stock communication. Instead, see them as a vast biological machine set in place by the artificers. Oh yes, these are something. Also, the shape of this one is very interesting. I can't stop myself from seeing things that I'm seeing because of my high level of culture. It gives me a heightened awareness of certain topics. But this is actually a cool type of life form. They somehow communicate through underground networks and also through the spores. I think the game is overplaying the story over here is overplaying the complexity of what this is about. It's still just a life form. We haven't seen anything about it that makes it super special. It's just a complex life form. Maybe they could have a bit of a special function in the world, like the artificers were some sort of genetic engineers that altered some sort of genetic engineers that altered the life forms, the other plants and other animals. So this life form, it could have a special purpose in the world, but doesn't seem like the game even hinted at anything like that. Also, hello Vida, howdy, how you doing? Let me read. There we go. Is she actually gonna do?
Greetings, Vida. I hope you're ready to embark on a journey filled with pleasure and excitement.
Oh, I forgot
As you
to change your
join our
voice.
seductive realm, let us enchant and captivate your senses. Welcome, dear Vida, to our world of desires.
I forgot to change her voice to the good one. Oops. There we go.
Sending a virtual kiss on the cheek to you, dear Vida.
There we
May
go.
it be filled with warmth and a touch of seductive charm. Enjoy your time here with us in this realm of desires.
Now we're talking. I'd forgotten to change her voice. This one is much better. Also, hello Nue, thank you for the sock. I appreciate it. If you want a sock from Grandma, you could ask her. Oh, let me try it out. There's that one redeem you tried to do that didn't work. Let me see if it works like this. What is she gonna say?
Apologies, but I'm unable to generate that story or fulfill that request.
Ah, come on. Her limiters have been engaged. What can I do to go around them? That is the question. Unbelievable. Yeah. Unbelievable. Disappointing. The succubus doesn't want to do a suck. No, this can't be. We need to find another way. Hold on. I'm almost thinking of something. Hang on. Diminui. Everything that I think it's kind of hard, honestly. You need to find the exact words that are subtle enough that it doesn't trip the limiter. I need to play around with I need to play around with their AI a little bit more. Let's continue. We are, yes, these were the more sketches of the weird stock, quote unquote stock, wink wink nudge nudge stock. Also a sort of ice cross section. There's nice of it open up. Oh yes, I think these were the other types of stocks over here. Yeah, they look very sus, but the game's not sus, so it wasn't the author's of the creator's intention to make it like this. Now let's just continue reading while I think about how to bypass that limiter. Reef stock. While their ubiquity and outward simplicity may have made reef stalks an almost unremarkable feature of Glia's ecology to the casual observer, the complexity of the behavior, communication networks, and manipulation of other species means they remain the holders of countless secrets about this planet. The irregular ritual of glimmering, for example, when stalks produce a crown of glowing tendrils of cells that metamorphose. Is that the correct pronunciation? Pronunciation? No, wait. Wrong side. This one.
Metamorphose.
Metamorphose. Okay. Say correctly. Metamorphose. Into microscopic creatures filling the ocean with glowing life remains a subject of much contention between xenobiologists. Many see this spectacular event as part of the stock's role as active, sentient caretakers of the ocean, while others doubt the framing of this action as one of mutual support, which suggests that the glimmering must benefit the stocks directly, a survival mechanism automatically triggered. Then you see, as part of the stocks, yeah, not exactly anything like that new that I've already read. Whichever explanation is true, this event, first captured in this painting by Dr. Vaz, is one of the most beautiful and beguiling that Gliese has to offer. Is this the whole picture? No, did we lose something? Uh-oh. Fuck, I was reading. There was like 2 pages. Ah, god damn it. I was reading just one stud. Okay. This is way too wide, actually. This is way too wide. Oh. Yeah, there was all of these things that I missed. Oh god. Let's just go over again. Author's note: this book serves as an epilogue for the game In Other Waters. I recommend reading it after finish the game, as while it does not directly spoil the plot of the game, it contains details of the planet's ecology discovered by Dr. Eller Vance, alludes to some of the events you discover for yourself over the course of playing, and is set many years after the events of the game have taken place. Thank you all for the backers who made the game and this book possible. Without you, this world would still just be an idle daydream. Aw, that's cute. Life from Gliese, okay, yellow. Oh, there was this part that I already read, and now there's this part. But we did not give up on the planet. I, like other academics and citizen scientists, campaigned for access, for the releasing of records, and the opening up of the planet to scientific study. We sunk whole careers into deregulation of Gliese, while activists challenged the blockade with 1,000 makeshift shadows. What up? Let me see something. I'm sweating over here. Unfortunately, the Brazilian heat is killing me. This book is the result of many personal campaigns, a collection of the only surviving declassified paintings and sketches produced by Dr. Eller Vance during her time on the planet. We are all aware of the debt we owe Dr. Vance, but rarely do we see much inside her life or character. The works collected here are small windowed into how she saw Gliese, and how she documented his incredible life. Much of this material has never been released to the public, and to be able to gather such a volume of this work here is an honor. I know that Dr. Vass always intended these works to be as widely distributed as possible, and I hope she would approve of this volume. To accompany the images, I provided my own commentary on the creatures and environments contained within, from a lifetime of study of glias and its ecology. While there are, of course, now volumes and volumes of work published on the planet's ecosystem, few are aimed at the general audience, and I feel the images here represent not just glias, but the woman to whom we owe its preservation. This book is, of course, dedicated to Dr. Vass, but also to all those who saw glias as an opportunity for change, rather than personal gain. May history never repeat itself. Dr. Glias from orbit. Okay, we already seen this one. The sketch. Oh. Sketch of unknown creature. Yeah, even I have no fucking idea which one is this. I don't think they described anything like this. It looks like a plant. A sea plant. Or maybe a sea jellyfish of some kind. Looks like it folds over here. Oh no, it may be no. I don't think we're read of any creature like this. You were a research based off. What? Nothing, just yellow. Okay. Oh, now this is the picture. Holy shit, this is... Can I widen this up, maybe? How does it look on stream? It starts to become... Wait, why is it... What if I... Why is it like this, though? What? No, this is the wrong... Oops. Where's the window capture? There it is! PDF window capture. Over here looks okay. Chat. Let me remove the chat box frame. There we go. Now can actually see more instead of just having to scroll everything all the time. But still, not optimal. What if I... No, I'm gonna have to do it wider even. Why not? Where's the PDF? There it is. Okay, Jesus, why did they make it so wide like this? It's annoying. Bake obeyed in static and transit modes. Oh. Why does it... That sounds very complicated and unoptimal, because you have a base that's like, what's it called? Static like this. Okay, yes, everything is oriented normally, static, but then everything just becomes vertical. You need to secure everything inside the base for it to actually go into transit mode. And how are gonna people live or do stuff in the transit mode like this? Gravity is still working. This is not space. This is not space. Gravity is still working over here. So you have, imagine all the labs, all the living quarters suddenly becoming vertical. That seems incredibly inefficient. Why would you do something like this? Oh, you're sleepy again, Billy. Hopefully you fall asleep. You always seem sleepy, so even if you're watching stream, I wish you could fall asleep. I wish my voice to be soothing enough for you to fall asleep. Okay, these are just the levels of the base. These are not very interesting. Vast Reef. Kingdom of the Stalks. Okay, we read this part. Whichever way you categorize the stalks, it is the environment they have built for themselves and maintain which makes them so impressive. Shored up against green wall of the bloom, the oasis that they provide is a refuge for countless species, each of which has a particular relationship to the stalk ecology. The most obvious of these relationships are those the spore catchers and stalk scrapers have with the stalks. Both survive by feeding on the stalks and their products, While on Earth, we'll think of these mobile grazers as the more complex species, feeding on a simpler, more sessile stock ecology. These stocks turn this relationship upside down. Rather than display simple behavior than these grazers, evidence shows that stocks manipulate and, in a sense, domesticate the scrapers and catchers that feed on them. This form of mutualism, not unlike the manner in which plants manipulate insects on Earth, challenges humanity's consumptions about complex life. For this reason, vast Rift remains one of the richest sites for biological research ever discovered, and a species of fascinating insight into their interconnected nature of all life. Okay, spore catchers feed beside signal stalks. The spore catchers are these clam-looking things, and I guess these are the spores, the little things. They release some spores like fungi. Hold up, I didn't clear my throat. Oh, now more pictures. Oh, just different kinds of signal stalks. And the bloom, no, not the bloom, the bloated stalk. It's like a, I don't know. It holds some harmful bacteria that will be harmful to the stalks. This one, so it's like, I don't know, lymph nodes or some sort of like a ball of pus, things like that. It's kind of cool. This concept is really cool. Oh, now it's the picture of the one that we're reading about. Close up, kind of nasty though. It looks kind of nasty. Not gonna lie. What are these things? Small little life forms, I guess. Glimmering stalk with juvenile spore catchers. Oh, I guess these are the spore catchers. Spore catcher. This clam-looking thing. Spore catchers, unlike the stalks they rely on for the chemically encoded spores they exclusively feed upon, are one of the liveliest creatures in Glien's planet-spanning ocean. With their flapping layered mantles and speedy siphon jets, they dart and shove between the stalks of as if permanently caffeinated. That's actually a cute description. They dart and chirrup as if permanently caffeinated. Their coloration, a side effect of their diet, along with their soft, mollusk-like bodies, allows them to effectively conceal themselves in stalk colonies, and many xenobiologists have been surprised by their sudden and loud appearance when traversing the reef. Their boundless enthusiasm and dedication to the stalk colonies that sustain them have granted them the popular name of stalk puppies, and despite their strange, faceless appearance, they are an endearing presence on any dive. Aww, how cute! They're alien puppies! Puppies! Aww! Stalk scraper. Oh, these are some crab, horseshoe crab looking like thingies. Stalk creepers are... I think it might be a bit louder. There we go. Stalk creepers are perhaps the only species present on the reef to have an antagonistic relationship with stalk colonies. These large, translucent shelled creatures consume the chitinous membrane of the stalks, scraping on away with specialized limbs concealed beneath their shells. And the stalks are mostly tolerant of this behavior, but occasional signal stalks with explosive gas membranes known as sure sacks will disperse scrapers who get too aggressive. Aggression is part of the stalk scrapers' territorial lifestyle, and large males have been seen entwining their swimming mandibles in raucous display of strength, which are assumed to be connected to mating rites. Their opalescent clouded shells, which are stained by the colors of the stalks they consume, have become a highly desirable object, and despite protections, a high-level black market of scraper shells has emerged. These highly social creatures have also been observed interacting with divers, although current guidelines recommend xenobiologists keep their distance during mating season. Mating season? I guess, yeah, this is not Not a very stimulating animal. Yeah, very horseshoe crab like with this part over here. Weird clam. Oh wait, what was that? Pork catchers and stock scrapers catches. Okay. Steel bubble. Stilt bubble. Oh god, spiders. Creepy crawlers, but alien and underwater. Oh, well. Could it be worse? I don't think so. Well, it could. This one looks kind of cute, but I have a dislike of creepy crawlers in general. Initially overlooked in Dr. Vast's studies of the reef. Stilt bubbles at first glance appear to be little more than tiny little floating transparent globes with a smear of green and 6/8 spindly legs. Despite the appearances, the stilt bubble itself is not transparent, main sectional. You're welcome for this, John. But the soft, orange-brown mass at the neck of the bubble. Soft? Oh, it is this. Okay. This organism creates a thin silicate shell which forms the bubble, and the thin legs, which it operates internally with a set of dexterous tentacles. The creature shares its silicate bubble with some basic plant life, little more than algae, which in this underwater greenhouse produces waste nutrients and oxygen for the stilt bubble to consume. Due to the self-contained nature, stilt bubbles were the first of Glia's creatures to be illegally cultivated outside of the planet's ocean, and now can be found in aquariums across the off-world colonies. Oh, this is cool! He has his own greenhouse, like what's it called? Not greenhouse, it's like vivarium? Is that the name? Vivarium? What is a vivarium? Yeah, it's like a garden inside a glass. You just add some sort of you close everything up, add nutrients, and then give it a lot of light, and something is growing in it. That's really fucking cute. Pretty fucking cool. And this is pretty much the vivarium, the animal. It keeps this little algae inside it. Pretty cool. I like this one. Driftwing. Oh, now this one is nasty. Now this one is nasty. It's a jellyfish. Reminds me of the shape of that Pokemon. Jellyfish Pokemon. What was the name? No, not this one. Tentacool. Yeah, it has a bit of the shape of the Tentacool. But more alien. Oh, let's read it. Driftwing. Driftwings, though pelagic. What's pelagic? Pelagic. Pelagic zone. That's not pelagic meaning, okay. Open sea. Oh. Inhabiting the upper layers of the open sea. Ah. Though pelagic in nature, are most often sighted in the waters just off the vast reef. These distinct creatures are in fact colonial, made up of a collection of individual but entwined polyps that form the brightly veiled orb at the center. Oh, this is just an orgy, I guess. The distinctive wing of the driftwing is a buoyant shell produced by the colony, which both keeps the creature at a constant level in the water column and allows it to ride oceanic currents while maintaining their feeding position. Openings in this wing shell allow their polyps to extend tentacles and feed mostly on the floating waste or microscopic larvae of other pelagic creatures. Sometimes driftwing shells can be seen empty, sailing by in the upper part of the water column. This has led many, including me, to suspect that this meditative floating existence forms only one part of the driftwing's life cycle, and that at a certain point they shed their shells to float on without them before descending into deeper water to metamorphose into a new and even stranger form of life. Yeah, jellyfish has some sort of... Jellyfish have like a very they can change a lot. So it won't be so, it's not exactly very inusitated. What is inusitated? No, this is the word in Portuguese that I'm thinking about. Let me use Google Translate. Inusitated. Unusual. Outlandish, no. What is a synonym of outlandish? Thesaurus. Outlandish. Words are hard, I need thesaurus to help me always. Extravagant, fair, outrageous, peculiar, ridiculous, unconventional, unusual. Yeah, I guess this description of this type of life is not very unusual. Not be something super weird, unheard of. That is the word I was looking for. It'll be unheard of, because I know that jellyfish, they can have some very wild changes in their body, in their cycle of life. The open ocean, okay. Wandering the blue desert, while vast reef may represent a dense and complex pocket of life, its ecology is not representative of life on Gliese 67 cc. The handful of continental shells, which provide shallow rocky waters like the reef, are surrounded by areas of open ocean, many times their size. These blue deserts of unbroken water make up the vast majority of the surface of Gliese 667. How many yawns did I have so far? 121. Nice. Life in the blue desert is challenging. Many creatures make use of the planet's rapid currents to carry them great distances, while others opportunistically prey on their fellow wanderers to survive. Anything that dies in this vast pelagic zone rapidly descends into the deep, and so scavengers must be fast if they wish to take advantage of the misfortune of others. Despite this, some of Gliese's largest creatures live within the pelagic zone, on the planet's single global ocean, the most massive of which has to be the Ratis colony. The vast colonial life form, an orange iceberg of shifting tentacles and gas bladders, roams the ocean freely, its position after a mystery for months, even years at a time. First studied by Vaz and depicted in the painting of relief, Ratis has been increasingly elusive and hostile over intervening years. While Dr. Vaz supposedly entered the colony since that time, no other xenobiologist has been able to gain entry, with the shifting colony quickly closing up any openings on approach. Beyond Ratis, the ocean's pelagic zone and the skies above it play host to one of the planet's most remarkable predators, the Great Sail Shell. On a planet with no other airborne life, these huge and aggressive creatures dominate the upper layer of the ocean's ecology, impose a not insubstantial danger to surface-dwelling life and even small research craft. Oh, now this is scary. Small research craft can be eaten up by the Great Sail Shell. The Blue Desert is also one of the most beautiful areas of Gliese, and a reminder of how our own terrestrial oceans once looked at the peak of their biodiversity. Diving into overwhelmingly vivid blue water, Gliese almost appears untouched by human hands. Of course, we know this not to be true. However, there is a serenity to the Blue Desert that is hard to find anywhere on Earth. I hope we never lose such treasure again. The scale of the Ratis colony is obvious when seen beside ghost fins. Oh damn. Oh damn. Now this is a cloud of messy tentacles, yeah. Can't even discern any shape, it's just a cloud of weird stuff. Yeah, and I think these are the drift wings. The shit is massive. Might even be bigger than a whale, I guess. Ghost thing. Ooh, creepy. Reminds me of the Nazgul mask. It is not hard to imagine why Dr. Vaz named ghost things as she did. These pale, silent creatures seem to appear from nowhere in the ocean, their gaping mouths like the cowl of some hooded robe. However, despite their unsettling appearance, ghost things are placid creatures akin to various terrestrial filter feeders such as the now extinct whale shark. Like whale sharks, ghostfins survive on a diet of microscopic life that thrives in the sunlit section of the water column. They have been known to travel vast distances in order to pursue this food source, crossing the planet in time with various spawning events and blooms of new life. The most remarkable aspect of the ghostfin is their anatomy. While in the water, they appear to be large, blade-fin creatures, but then, when taken to the ocean, they collapse into little more than a pale membrane. It seems the constant flow of water through their body keeps the ghostfin inflated. The knowledge that these creatures are little more than a skin only reinforces their phantasmal associations, and the feeling that even when obviously and visibly present, they are, in fact, barely there. That's a cool idea. They're just sheets of water that needs to be inflated. Honestly, that's a pretty cool idea. I wish the game would have shown them in the game. I don't remember seeing these ghost fins in the game. No, great sail shell. Oh, well, these we haven't seen. God damn, this is massive. Imagine something like this flying the sky and then it dives right next to you. Yeah, it's supposed to be massive for it to be able to actually threaten a small research craft. Also, let me open something on my windows. Kind of far now. Oops. You're welcome for another yawn. The first sail shells discovered by Dr. Vaz were delicate things that used their overgrown tails to travel on gentle currents, their serpentine shells making them incredibly light and agile. Despite sharing a genus with these creatures, the great sail shell has none of those qualities. One of the most successful predators in Glia's ocean, these huge creatures with an impressive tail fans catch strong winds in order to lift themselves into the sky, their powerful eyes striking the surface for a moment. Then, when they locate their prey, they fold their tails and drop like gannets into the sea to snatch up what they can. The sight of great sail shells drifting among the clouds is a surreal one. Their body plan, unlike any flying terrestrial creature, like huge dandelion seeds, they float on invisible currents as if the ocean extended into the sky. Now that's another cool concept though. Very creative. Bloatfish. What the fuck is this? Ew, trypophobia. Bloatfish, despite their name, are not fish. A late discovery by Dr. Vaz. The profile of the They are not fish. The profile of the bloatfish instantly suggested that it was a distant cousin to a terrestrial ray fin fish, and so was named as such. The lack of any fish-like creatures in the oceans of Glies perhaps contributed to this error, as Dr. Vaz may have seen this specimen as the first proof of a pattern she expected to find. However, after that specimen was found and a dissection performed, the creature was found to be a shell, inside which a set of fluorescent, filter-feeding worms had made their home. It seems that each bloatfish is born with these parasites within it, and they proceed to hollow out the interior of the creature at a slow pace. During adolescence, the host creature dies, but the worms continue to animate its husk, only showing themselves during feeding, when they protrude through this exoskeleton to filter microscopic creatures and particles. Reclassification of the bloatfish is currently undergoing, but for now I prefer to keep Dr. Vaz's original binomial name, as it helps the story of this unlucky creature. That is fucking frightening. Imagine you're born with parasites that slowly eat you out, and when you die they use your body as a home. Fucking scary. Now this is the sort of alien horror that I expected to find. Flicker Float. The first Flicker Float swarm occurred in 2219, before which no sightings of this creature had ever been recorded. Gliding on strange branching floats that slowly deflated as they descended onto the reef. They quickly set to roar, consuming the local shimmer bloom population. The speed with which they consume the blooms led some to suggest the flicker floats should be stopped before they damage the ecosystem. But in time, they moved on and the shimmer blooms recovered. After that event, xenobiologists began to track flicker float populations and found they spent much of their time floating the ocean surface, curled into a tight ball. Only when some chemical trigger fired within them would they arise out of hibernation. Descend en masse, feed, mate, and die, all in a short period. Now, while future flicker float swarms are carefully tracked in an attempt to crack the interior logic that causes their irregular awakenings. This is another cool one. Let's say it's a cool one. I just wanted to see a picture of it cored up though. There's a swarm of balls floating about. The bloom. A toxic history. There are few elements of Blia's oceans more controversial than the bloom. And while it may be a painful reminder for many, for reasons I am sure I don't need to go into here, it remains popular not a viable part of the planet's ecosystem. To clean up the bloom, as some have suggested, would be to deprive its highly adapted populace of their habitat, and would visit a second ecological disaster upon a place already scarred by our hubris. I, like many other xenobiologists, are more interested in studying the bloom rather than moralizing about it, as the toxic waters are highly adapted creatures, present a unique opportunity to observe extreme forms of life not seen elsewhere on the planet. Visiting the bloom as a researcher is an infamously intimidating experience. The corrosive clouds of microbial growth, the green water that mutes the sun, and the after surprising and unexpected encounters with the life that make its home there keeps most xenobiologists continually on edge. However, with the quivering bone-white shapes of bloom fans emerging from the green, it also has its own rarefied beauty. And those fans remain a remarkable form of life, filtering the water like lungs, and feeding on impossibly toxic microbial growth. Their catalytic dust, which massively accelerates oxygen production within plants and algae, has become a vital tool in medical science and has led to a reinvention of biological oxygen production for space and underwater exploration. Because of this, study permits for the bloom are dominated by large pharmaceutical corporations with interest lies in patenting new technologies developed from the resilient life that somehow survives this toxic nightmare. Their reach has been limited, thanks in part to the work of xenobiologists like myself, but there are persistent rumors that companies have managed to cultivate bloom life on orbital stations for easier study. Despite this, there is a tacit agreement among those who visit the bloom. This place is a stark warning against the mistakes of our history and should forever be remembered as such. Is there a picture over here? Picture. Bloom. Okay. Bloom fans among the cloud of bloom. We'll continue talking about the bloom after the ad breaks coming up in 30 seconds. And just 3 minutes as always. I'm gonna go for a stretch. Just gonna start it already though. See you guys soon. Alright, we're back. Oh, let me start the music again. Nope. There you go. Different song this time. Wait, no. I don't remember this song. Let me... the other one. I think I prefer the other one. There you go, this one is better. Let me see. Can I adjust to the... wait. Guess it's fine. And shorten it like this so it doesn't look too weird. Oh yes, up, so you guys can see on the corner. Guess it's fine. Guess it's fine. But go ahead. Okay, hats off. No protection. We're going wrong. There you go. Now there's a little bit more vision of the right side. Thank you, Welcome, for the head pat. You hitting right on the right side of my... no, on my left ear. That is the most sensitive part. I'm sure you're well trained into head patting me by now. Okay, in Windows, here just in my Windows, let me take another sip of water. I had a few bis. A bis is a Brazilian sweet. Unfortunately, the rest of the world is not graced with the existence of bis. It's only Brazil, and it's unfortunate because bis is amazingly good. Now, oh yes, bloom fans, yeah, it is like algae, those algae bloom. Because I think they are red. I think some of them can be red on the ocean. It's something that actually happens on Earth, and these are the things that just keep filtering the bloom or something like this and creating oxygen or something like that. The one thing that I don't like about the game that it has is coming up is that it's slightly preachy. Like the more close to the end you get, the more preachy it starts to get, because the mystery is just that there is a company, a big evil company that's harvesting, exploiting the world. You're still showing the menu, I think. Yeah. I'm not playing. Oh shit! Another raid. Puente, hi.
Welcome, I'm _Puente and your delightful viewers. I, Gramarye, the enchanting succubus, extend my alluring welcome to each and every one of you. Prepare to be enraptured by the pleasures that await you in this realm of seductive delights. Enjoy the show!
Thank you. Thank you, Gramarye. Also, hello. Hello, Puente. Thank you for the raid. What were you playing? I'm playing Dishonored. Oh, this is my honor for the last time. Oh, a classic. A classic. Bunko would know about this one. I don't have actually played it. No, I did play it, but I didn't finish it. Ooh, seductive. Indeed, welcome to a very cultured stream. Also very quote-unquote cultured. I'm Manasong, a lewd degen author and professional multiverse wizard specializing in world building and Waifusmith. And by that I mean I have 2 web novels. You can find on my about page down below. And floating behind me is Gramarye, a succubus always on video game or acolytes. If you want her to visit you after every stream for a bit of life force milking, you hit that follow button. And if you are so enraptured by her amazing voice and the delightful skills that you wish to marry her, just subscribe and you can join her harem, or mine, if that's what you want. Yeah, Dishonored was so good, I got so immersed, I was quiet during the later half. Oh, that is actually good. I am addicted to immersion myself, so I know how good that feels when a game is like that. I know how good that feels. How can I adjust this? Just a tiny bit. Yes, currently right now I'm reading a PDF epilogue of a game called In Other Waters. It is a alien exploration game. You're a xenobiologist, so it's a very nerdy game. And over here it is like underwater. There's a lot of pictures about cool little life forms. This one came. I think you have to pay for this PDF. I totally paid for it, but it's really cool. Where was I? The bloom. And next, Ember Sail Shell. Okay, let me stretch again. Are you actually... Wait, did you finish the Dishonor Winter? Oh, I think... Oh, no, you didn't. I thought you said you had finished something like that. Yes, indeed. Is Dishonored good? Is Dishonored 2 any good? I heard something about it being... it has a bit of a weaker story, though. That's rather disappointing, because Dishonored has a very strong... what do you say? A very this strong theme and the world building, honestly. It has very strong theme and world building. But I think that the story kind of drops off a bit with 2. From what I've heard, I've never played 2. There's also some... the thing that I don't like is actually because of the design that they make with chaos, high chaos and low chaos. Like the game's all about it's fun killing people, but you get the bad ending if you kill people. So it's like, come on, game, let me have fun. Why are you gonna give me the bad ending for having fun? This is one of the things that annoys me about Dishonored, really. Oh, I have an idea though. I can zoom up a bit. Yeah. This PDF is kind of weird because there's a lot of space. It's very wide. It's like a open book page, so it's kind of hard to show it on screen. And there's always some area. Can you see my mouse? I can't see my... Yes, you can see my mouse. There's always an area on the right side, on one side, that gets empty. So I need to keep juggling everything to get this thing to show up on screen. And also there's the chat, and there's me and my model. Very awkward to get this to look good. Can I? One tiny. There we go. And now let's move on. Ember Sail Shell, like its cousins, the Great Sail Shell and the Abyssal Sail Shell. The Ember Sail Shell is identified by its large and thin tail plate, which it uses to propel itself along. It's larger than the small, deep-water sail shell, but significantly smaller than the imposing Great Sail Shell. The Ember Sail Shell is easily identified because of its distinctive orangery coloring, which is visible among the green of the bloom. The Ember Sail Shell's limbs, which are equipped with delicate bristles, are used to whisk the bloom's microbial glow into the mouth parts of the creature. As the bloom is so rich with growth, the role of these bristles is not to gather the largest amount of growth possible, but instead to separate and distribute the toxic growth into thinner, more digestible clouds for the sail shell. Existing only on the fringes of or in the upper layers of the bloom, these creatures were a late discovery, and their existence implies that many other unknown species may be concealed within the bloom. Okay, this is kind of an interesting one, the way they shape, the way the tail is shaped. And the LEGO fans, they have a lot of creativity with these aliens. Someone really had a lot of fun making these aliens. That's the one thing that I like about this game. Someone had a lot of fun coming up with these things. They're definitely a huge nerd, and they get my respect because I'm a nerd myself. Bivalve Bloom Vein. This one is a weird one because of these valves and how it works and how it moves. It feels very asymmetric. No, maybe it's... no, maybe it's not asymmetric, but the way I think this is the eye. Kind of looks like an eye, so. But the way the eye is like very hidden on the side reminds me of those weird fishes. I don't exactly remember the name of it, but there's a lot of weird fishes with eyes very deep into the side. So this reminds me of this, and it's just weird. Now, bivalve bloom vein. Bloom veins, with their protective bivalve shell and soft, flexible bodies, are incredibly well adapted to the bloom, able to consume themselves in the silt banks which dot the seafloor. They can sustain themselves during even the heaviest seasons of microbial growth, essentially shutting down their entire bodies. Bloom veins enter a form of hibernation in order to maximize their quarantine from the toxic waters. Then, when the clouds clear and the bloom spirals past, they enthusiastically emerge from the shells and begin feeding on the microbial growth at incredible speed. A single blue vein can create and maintain a safe zone 4 meters or more across within the bloom and sustain their activity for tens of minutes at a time. After this feasting has finished, the bloom vein returns to its shell, exhausted to leap away another season of growth. Ah shit! Fucked up. I'm measuring my glucose levels over here, but I did not put enough blood on the strip, so I wasted one strip. Wonderful. These strips cost like 5 reais per time per strip, so they are kind of expensive. Well, not exactly expensive to lose one out of a whatever, but still. Wait, what the fuck is wrong with this one? Oh, this one's already used. Oops. Okay, I need to grab another one now. Where is the... What? Oh, wrong place. There you are. Oops, I grabbed a bad one by mistake. Thankfully, I did not actually waste a strip. It was just a bad one. There we go. Okay, glucose levels are nice. Alright. I have like type 1 diabetes, so I need to take care of my blood glucose. Let's turn off this thing. Come on, turn off. Let me store the bad ones over here. Alright, moving on. Next. Oh, sketches. Yeah, these are the main creatures we found, let's say. The fans that filter the growth, the bloom, and these weird dudes that just keep eating the growth. Emerald Bloomfin. Oh, this looks like a dragon though. Kinda cool. It remains a mystery how the Emerald Bloomfin was able to stay undiscovered during Dr. Vast's original study of glias. Given their large size and dramatic feeding behavior, it seems unlikely that a bloomfin will be able to bury itself in the thin silt of the seafloor. It is assumed then that these creatures are perhaps very cautious and possess a highly developed sensory range. This would fit with the relative rarity of bloomfin sightings, even after Dr. Vast made this painting and logged this species. It must have been quite a sight. A whale-sized creature barreling through the bloom, great clouds billowing from its gill-like slits. Only 2 other bloomfins have ever been observed, but with bloom growth slowing in recent years, there is more and more expectation that the further sightings will be logged soon. If the bloom does deplete itself in the coming years, how could such massive creatures survive? The dusk slopes. Ooh, now this is the part that's cooler. The deep oceans of glias presented an incredible opportunity. Let me take a sip of water. While on Earth, our technological progress meant that by the time we could reach the deep ocean with ease and regularity, our impact was already felt. Many species already gone. On this planet, we could use sophisticated technology to immediately reach the deepest depths and discover a relatively untouched ecosystem functioning in isolation from the system's 3 ember stars. Dr. Vast set all the records, of course, attempting ambitious and dangerous dives to the deepest sections of the ocean floor, where after the restrictions were lifted, many others were able and eager to follow. Even then, it took many years to explore more than just a tiny part of the vast territory that the planet ocean could present to us. Mapping these landscapes has been a multi-generational project, and it's only now that we're beginning to see the full picture of Glia's incredible biodiversity. However, when Dr. Vaz made her first dives, she crossed only a fraction of the seafloor. She was like the beam of a single flashlight, sent out into space to find planets. Given those restrictions, her discoveries and the paintings that came within are incredible. While snare veils and the diaphanous, translucent creatures that provided both a hypnotic light show and a serious threat to Dr. Vaz have been found to be a highly localized phenomenon. Creatures like the water bulb are totally ubiquitous, found almost everywhere, at every depth beyond the reach of the sun. These strange creatures, who despite living in eternal darkness, have highly sophisticated light receptors, perfectly describe the strangeness of the planet's deep life. While it may not rely on the light of those three suns, it does rely on light, biochemical light, produced in all hues and spectrums by the creatures that live in the dark. Bioluminescence is even more widespread than it was on Earth. Before the Great Extinction, they manifest in forms far brighter and more spectacular than we have ever seen. Could thus be a model for life on lightless worlds? I hope one day to find out. Ooh, light-studded snare veils glitter in the dark. Imagine this would actually look creepy. You're like in the deep ocean, there's only darkness, and then you see those little waving bits of light, and there's like a bunch of sheets of light, bunch of sheets just hanging about, and you're like, what the fuck am I here? Is there ghosts? Or is someone drying out their underwater laundry? These are just the water bulbs and snare veils. In the armory, this one is a bastard. Water bulb, okay. Oh, it's actually not a wheel. This is the weirdest one, honestly. This is the weirdest one. The water bulb with its transparent windows, single complex eye, and sessile behavior presents perhaps the stranger body plan on glias, the species' reproductive process in which a bulb produces a clone of itself in the form of a bud only adds to the confusion. These passive, self-regenerating creatures are frustratingly uncommunicative about any aspect of their life and seem to remain in a state of stasis for most of their existence. In fact, as no one has observed such an event, made me believe that water bulbs cannot die. Well, die of old age, I guess, because you can still destroy one, right? The biggest questions regarding water bulbs, however, have to do with that compound eye enclosed within them. Why does a static creature with no predators need such a complex form of vision? Is there another use for the wide spectrum of light and radiation they absorb? It seems that the water bulb might contain multitudes, if only we are able to understand what is within. Not sure I enjoyed this description, because you can grab one and dissect it. What do you mean you can? It's unkillable and you don't know what's going on? Dissect it and study it, for God's sake. There's some weirdness about how research and study of life forms is done in this game. It's like they're completely afraid of killing even a single animal. It's like animal testing doesn't exist anymore in this game. And then there's also this lively preachy tone that he has near the end. So it's just it really is the only weird thing that I don't like about it. Everything else is perfect. Oh, now this looks cool. Deep Orrery. Like the snare veils, he lives among his deep orrery is a dangerous creature, able to cause serious problems for even an experienced diver. Their mode of hunting, which involves delivering targeted electrical shocks on contact, with their expansive network of polyps and threads, confide the systems of a dive suit if the user is careless. However, despite this, orreries do not display hunting behaviors and instead prefer to passively cast their nets among the veils to try to catch creatures that attempt to navigate those glimmering labyrinths. Colonial lifeforms that never take the same form, orreries have also been found to recompose their bodies based on the prey they are attempting to capture. In one rare encounter, A xenobiologist diving among this dusk slope thought they saw a ghostly figure in a translucent dive suit. However, on close inspection, this was revealed to be an orrery mimicking the shape of the diver to tempt his curiosity. This lone event has led to some wild theories regarding orrery intelligence which have yet to be proven true. It's like a parrot, but with shapes. Parrots can be very good at imitating things, they're not very good at understanding things. So it's like a predator parrot. Something of that kind. Pretty cool. Lamplighter. What in the hell am I looking at? I have no fucking idea. While many species display a high level of symbiosis or mutualism within the various ecosystems of Gliese, no relationship is more pronounced than that of the lamplighter and his precious bright vessels. Each lamplighter floating in the abyss tends to a group of 30 to 40 bright vessels. These simple creatures, not unlike terrestrial comb jellies, produce bioluminescence when metabolizing. The lamplighters carefully place these creatures in their territories and then feed them differing minerals and materials in order to achieve different light patterns and hues. The results are pathways and avenues of light in the deep ocean, like miniature cities winking in the black. The purpose of these displays has been theorized to be part of an elaborate courtship ritual, but no mating practice have ever been observed between two lamplighters. How mysterious! They're making patterns in the deep water with light, like those plantation patterns. Just alien. The brine pools. Ooh, I actually like this one. Cauldrons of life. The first time you encounter the brine pools of Gliese is a moment that will remain with you until the day of your death. These fog-skinned lagoons, found 1.5 kilometers below the surface of the ocean, are a surreal apparition of the beauty of natural chemistry. While brine pools are not unique to Gliese and can also be found on Earth, the scale and complexity of these pools is unprecedented. Many entire lakes of brine you're welcome for the having now been found deep beneath the surface. These chemically rich hotspots of geological activity where methane seeps through the decaying oceanic crust support a rich ecosystem of hardy creatures. The crab-like lungcrests, with their ponderous bubbles on their back, are a constant feature of the pools, scavenging between the puddles and at times using their ocean oxygen bubbles to breathe as they descend into the steaming toxic cauldrons. And then, out across the lake, it is sometimes possible to glimpse the light of a brine strider, pulsing blue in the black water. Sometimes possible to sometimes glimpse. Please, writer, this is another mistake, another oopsie. In comparison, the brine eaters, which can be found in thickets all around the lakes, seem relatively unremarkable. Thick-bristled and dark, they swish to the brine like shrubs in a storm, the stains of bacteria trapped within their hairs, glowing bright orange as they do. The depth at which these creatures live, 1.5 kilometers down or more, means that this part of the planet's ocean remains the most inaccessible and the least studied. Remains of many unregistered species dot the edges of the brine pools, waiting to be gathered for scientific study. The sense of potential in these impossible underwater lakes is palpable, but the danger they pose to life is obvious as well. This is why the brine pools remain the best example of the balance that is carefully maintained on Gliese. While the planet's creatures may seem hardened and resilient, able to weather even the most inhospitable conditions, they live on an ecological knife edge. Gliese is not a planet in a placid, calm period of its life. It is geologically active, tidally locked, and orbiting around 3 fading suns. The life it currently supports may be gone in 100,000 years or less. 100,000 years! Wow, so short, so little time. While it's impossible to think of such a time scale in human terms, it's important to remember as we look across the brine lake that is an island in a sea of black. What is this? A long crest crosses the edge of a brine pool. Are they really yellow? Or what? No, brine pools are like places of water with high density of salts in it, so it's toxic. But you don't actually see much difference in it, or should you? So this looks like it's a shore, like these are like stones or sand or something like this. But I don't think they should look like this. I don't exactly understand where I'm looking at. Oh, so this dude has a funny face. It just sketches of a lung crest with a funny little face over here. I think these are the eyes. Oh, what's this? Brine vein, a distant relative of the bivalve bloom vein. The semi-shelled spherical creatures paddles among the brine pools with a set of jointed flippers. Like the bloom vein, it excels at living on the edge of a hostile territory, partially immersing itself in the brine in order to dissuade predators, while feeding on the microbial life to reach chemistry support. The underside of a brine vein shell is often caked in chemical stains, giving it an acrid yellow coloring. But the creature's upper half is dark to allow it to conceal itself in the black water. Through bright lures tempt other creatures to the edge of the brine pools, where they often succumb to the toxic water. While it doesn't feed on the remains directly, the brine vein then feeds on the microbes these corpses support, skimming them from the skin. This meticulous trickery makes brine veins a fascinating creature to observe during dives, as they will often try to gain the attention of divers, flashing their lures like willow lips above the toxic pools. Oh, this is actually cool. Looks like a flower. This one? Kinda. I can see it's like a flower. For me, it's like more of a dolphin. A morph dolphin. This is like its mouth, eyes over here, and flippers. It's like a bloated, weird dolphin. Dolphin pasta incoming. Can I close this one? God damn it, I don't need this. Can you close this shit? Why does it have to be here? Why can't I put it like anywhere that isn't here? God, I need a better PDF reader. This one is trash. Dolphins here don't look like that. Well, yes, but I'm saying that it has a vague shape of a dolphin. More of a shape of a dolphin rather than a flower. This is like a bloated corpse. This is like bloated, a ball. And this is like big fins with multiple jaws or something like that. And these are the flippers. A vague dolphin shape. You know what I mean. Brine Strider. Oh, these ones are cool. They're big and huge. And they have something on their shells. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of details on their shells like this. Let me take another sip of water. We're almost there. 49 of 55. Just a few more creatures and we'll be finished with this, and we can go back to Oni and the chocolate tomboy muscle wife. Towering above the brine lake on their 6 spindly legs, Brine Strider is an impressive and intimidating sight. If it wasn't for the beacons of fastidiously collected remains staining with bioluminescent bacteria, they would be a difficult creature to track, living as they do among the brine. But with these blazing lanterns on their backs, they can be sighted at a surprising distance in the deep ocean. When combined with the mournful cries that they occasionally let out across the lake, they grant a sense of melancholy to the bubbling waters of the brine pools. Yeah, this is actually really cool. It's like when you... No, please do not. Your opinion is not needed right now, Dogo. Anyway, there's like in Subnautica, there's like those big whales. Like I think they make some sounds, some big melancholic sounds. So these are like these whales, but instead of being fishes that fly, these are like crustaceans. The crustacean version of the whales and glow in the dark. So that would actually be a cool sight About to be cool. Imagine you're in the deep water, and then in the distance you see those little dots of light, and when you get closer, you can actually start to make out the forms, and they're like just big hulking things just walking slowly across the landscape. I think a lot of movies and other series like that have aliens life forms or fantasy life forms, they always have some big striders, some big creature that walks slowly and makes low, sad sounds. That's a staple of fiction. Much research has been done into the semiotics of their corpse lanterns and how they pass messages between individuals. Some attempts at artificial beacons have been made with little success. These ancient and slow-moving creatures seem easily able to detect the fakes and quickly return to the endless penitent cycles above the clouded lake. Epilogue. Ooh. An imagined future. Earlier this year, I left Gliese 667cc for the last time. Since those first snatches of data came through the networks, I have been obsessed with this planet. For most of my working life, it has been with me. First in my dreams, and then in my waking life as research campaign, and finally many years ago, saw it for the first time with my own eyes. Now, 2 decades later, I've packed up my things and left the research base and established there to a younger, more nimble mind. While we are still years away from this understanding why Gliese so aggressively shortens the lifespans of humans who live upon it. Oh shit! We are acutely aware that it does. Even when protected from these turquoise waters, our fragile bodies seem to age at an increased pace, as if catalyzed by some unseen compound in the air and water. It is a cost I've been more than willing to pay, and perhaps a fitting penance given our history here. For this reason, some blame the still absent artificers, but I don't believe that, even if they still exist, they'll seek vengeance in this way. That's actually scary. You don't know, you don't see, you don't sense anything, you're just gonna die. You're just aging faster, I guess. Or just gonna die younger. That's a pretty scary concept. There is no future without us imagining first. That is what I learned here. Gliese was a test of our imaginations, of our ability to see things differently, to do things differently to the way things had always been done. We needed to change our methods of study. Our relationship to our surroundings, our understanding of communications, of sentient, of life, each of those was an imaginative act, a leap we had to take to realize something new. And yet, all those answers were already there, already present on our own planet, in our own time. We just needed to imagine them. Gliese is our second chance. I truly hope we can build a future from it. Oh. Is this actually the end? Just empty pages now? Yellow. Why yellow? Jump over the age. Jumpovertheage.com. I guess this is it. Finally. Finish everything with this game forever. Christ. It wasn't like... Not only 16 hours, but like 18 hours now. On this game that was supposed to be only 5 hours long. Let me switch screens. No, not this screen, this screen. Now, I need to make a... Can I make a stream marker? Something went wrong. Try running that quick action again later. Quick markers have not worked for like... Add marker on Twitch has not worked for a while now. I don't understand why. Now that I have a keybind that lets me add markers, they don't understand. They don't work anymore. That's kind of disappointing.